Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today I am continuing my kind of mini series of homeschool curriculum reviews. Today I am talking about Apologia self-paced chemistry class. This is a lab science. I was gifted the course to check out and to review for you guys. All the opinions, as always, are my own, and I'm excited to share this curriculum with you today. If you have a high schooler that you're not sure how to incorporate lab science at home, or if you think that, just because your child needs a lab science, then you have to sign up for co-op, you do not. I have a great option for you. I am going to share 5 reasons why we are loving the chemistry self-paced course by Apologia. Reason number 1 why we are loving Apologia's self-paced chemistry course, because I am able to do a lab science, kind of a more difficult lab science at home without having to use a co-op. Co-ops have a purpose. They can be really, really great, but also they can cost a lot of money. They can cause some just lots of disruption in the schedule, having to run around here and there and everywhere all the time. And so I love to be able to do as much at home as I can and to avoid the cost and the running around, because life is just crazy enough the way it is. I don't need one more place to run to. And so I love that we have this option to be able to do this kind of more difficult science class at home. And I'm going to give you some more reasons why it is doable to do at home. But basically, this self-paced course is you get a digital version of the chemistry textbook, and then you get all the lessons online. You log in and you do them self-paced as you can do them. And then you also get the student journal, which is excellent. It has study guides. It has lots of different resources, the lab sheets for each lab that you're doing, all kinds of tools and things that your child will be able to access and look back at and help them learn. And so that's kind of what's included. And then all of the lessons are on the website, and you can get like the video lessons of each module, and you can also like listen to the audiobook, or well, it's an audio version of the lessons as well. So if your child wants to listen that way. So anyway, that's how you go ahead and do that. And then the labs, there's labs throughout each module. And your student just moves through the schedule that's laid out very plainly for them, and they just check off the box, and then they just keep going. And they will also do quizzes, tests at the end of each module, and they're self-graded, so they know right away how they did on those tests, and you will get an email notification so you can check and see how they did as well. And it's just all inclusive. It's just awesome for knocking out that science class without having to leave your house, which is really great. If you had a friend that wanted to go and do it with them as well, that they could get together and do that. We did a little of that last year with our self-paced biology class that we did last year and loved. So she did that last year as a 10th grader. She's doing chemistry this year as an 11th grader. And for some of the dissections, she got together with a friend and did those dissections, which was really, really fun. So that's kind of an overview of what it looks like. I absolutely love that we can do this at home. It gives a great option. And so you don't have to do the co-op if that's not an option for you, or if you just don't want to do a co-op. The second thing that I absolutely love about this course is the schedule setup. There is one kind of built into the self-paced course. When you log in, there's all kinds of resources for your student to kind of help stay organized and help kind of give them an idea of how to get through the course. So there's a very detailed schedule in there that you can print off, put in their binder so that they can just check off every day as they go. Or there's one in the student journal as well, and they can just click through that as well. So it just really, really helps to kind of help your child be more independent in their studies, and also it gives you something less on your plate. Like, you don't have to figure out the lesson plans and how are we going to get this all done. It's really just slotted out for you, and you can move at your own pace. It's not like, okay, March 18th, this is what you better be doing. You can just kind of look at those guidelines and say, okay, let's try to be at this lesson by the end of October or whatever it is, and just kind of help you stay on pace that way. So I absolutely love that this student schedule is built in. It helps them be independent and on top of their own studies, and it takes something pretty major off your plate as a homeschool mom, probably juggling several different grade levels. The third thing that I absolutely love about Apologia is chemistry self-paced course. We had this as well last year with our biology course. The lab supplies are all extremely easy to access. It's nothing crazy that you're going to have to search all around for or go to 10 different stores or anything like that. Most of these things can be purchased at a drugstore or just your grocery store or whatever. You know, things like balloons, rubber bands, things like that. There's a full list of lab supplies in the textbook, so you can just print that off, and it's organized so you can see when you need what as far as like what module you're on. So what I did is I was always just a few modules ahead of her, and I would just so I didn't have to do it all at once and do, which you definitely could. You could just buy everything all at once and organize it into baggies or something like that for your student. But I just was like 6 lessons ahead of her, and I would just, you know, buy things and just have them on hand. I would have them in a drawer for her so that she always knew, like, if there was a supply that she needed, it was probably in there for her. And so all of that was like really easy to access and really easy to just buy, have on hand, and you're ready to go for your labs. The fourth thing that I really love about this course is that there's all kinds of, it's really conducive to all kinds of learning styles. So if your child likes to maybe sit and take notes and listen, they can listen to the audio version of the lessons. If they like the textbook, feeling the textbook in their hands, underlining, highlighting, whatever, you can grab the textbook. The digital version is included in the course, but you could get the digital or the physical textbook, and you could just follow along with that. Read it yourself, underline, whatever you like to do, take notes, or you can sit and like watch the videos for each lesson. If your child they just like lessons like that better. So, or maybe a mix of all three. That's kind of what my daughter did last year for biology, and probably will again this year for chemistry. So it's really, really good no matter what learning style you have. And then of course there's all the hands-on parts with the labs that they're going to do too. So all of the bases are covered as far as learning styles go. And so if your child is just leans one more way or the other, it's going to be a great study for them because they can do it in whichever way they prefer. Fifth thing that I love about this course, and certainly not least, is that all Apologia studies are being taught from a Christian and creation worldview. So many times we kind of forget about the fact that, you know, when we were raised, probably in public school, all of our science classes were told from kind of an evolutionary standpoint. As homeschoolers, we have the blessing to be able to teach our kids true science based in creation. And so I love that the way that the lessons are written are so beautiful in the fact that we have a creator, and it comes through in every single lesson that is written in these studies, in these books, especially at the high school level. I feel like, you know, we can't kind of overlook that fact. We have to stay on theme with our kids to teach them that this is the way that God made it. This is the way that God designed the world around us. And as far as chemistry goes, like, look at even down to the atoms and the molecules that human beings and everything that we see in the world, it down to the molecular level, that God designed all of those things in an intricate and beautiful way. And so looking at it from that point of view is such an amazing way to teach your kids science. It helps to grow their faith. It helps to make them stronger in what they believe. And it's also just, it makes you thankful as you're out in the world and you see God's creation, you see the animals that he made, the human beings that he made, the flowers, the weather, everything. Like, you're just looking around, with the point of view of like, this is a gift from God, and it helps you to be thankful for what he made. And so I love that is such an obvious and prominent standpoint of the curriculum, of all the curriculum that Apologia creates. And that's why we have stuck with them for years and years of homeschooling, and will continue to do so through high school as we have. So absolutely love that. It is a beautiful way to teach your kids science, and especially at the high school level, because the conversations just get so much more deep and rich and wonderful. And so I love that about Apologia Science. And so those are just 5 things that I love about the Apologia Chemistry self-paced course. I could name many, many more, but I hope that this piques your interest to go check it out. If you have a high schooler, or if you're having a high schooler coming up in the next couple of years, definitely recommend adding these courses to your curriculum lineup, because they have certainly blessed our family, helped us to do these courses at home in a very easy and simple way. And we have loved them. My kids have learned so much. So I hope you'll go check it out. Let me know in the comments if you have tried this curriculum, or if you plan to try it in the future, or if you have any questions. I will try to answer or direct you where you can maybe find the answer. So thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you in the next video.